Chapter 4. The Oil Seller. Before long, Gamal had hatched a plan. First, he ordered his men to buy 38 big oil jars and 19 donkeys. He filled one jar with oil and left the rest empty.
"I want 37 of you to hide in the jars,"
he told his men.
"You two fools better find another boss."
Then he disguised himself as an oil seller and led the donkeys into town. Each donkey carried 2 jars. Gamal went to see Mustafa.
"Show me where you sewed up that body,"
he said, giving Mustafa 3 gold coins.
"Here we are." "Thanks. You can go now."
At Ali Baba's door, Gamal knocked loudly.
"Can I help?"
said Ali Baba.
"I hope so,"
replied Gamal.
"I'm an honest oil seller with nowhere to stay."
"Well, come in and make yourself at home,"
said Ali Baba.
"You can leave your donkeys in the yard."
While Gamal unloaded his jars, he spoke to the thieves.
"Keep hidden until I throw a pebble from my window,"
he whispered.
"Then you know it's time to attack."
Morgiana was preparing supper for Ali Baba and his guest when her lamp ran out of oil.
"I'm sure the oil seller won't mind if I take some of his,"
she thought. She reached the first jar and was shocked to hear a voice.
"Is it time, Gamal?"
it asked. Thinking quickly, she replied in a deep voice,
"No, not yet."
Then she went from jar to jar, listening for voices.
"Is it time?"
"No, not yet."
Only one jar contained oil. Men were hiding in the others. Morgiana guessed Ali Baba was in big trouble. She took the oil to the kitchen, heated it in a huge pot, then carried it out to the yard. Carefully, she tipped sizzling oil into all 37 jars. One by one, the thieves spluttered and died. That night, Gamal looked out of his window.
"All clear,"
he thought, and threw a pebble at one of the jars. 20 pebbles later, there was still no sign of his men.
"They must be asleep,"
he thought, and crept outside to wake them. To his horror, he found all his men dead. He panicked and fled. In the morning, Morgiana showed Ali Baba the dead men and told him about the oil seller's escape.
"They're the thieves I saw at the cave,"
he cried.
"We'd better bury them here."